Basri, still, women constitute only 13.6% of members in parliament. And though we are seeing more and more women entering electoral politics, I think the representation is abysmally low. When do you think 33% will become a reality? Because in UK, if I'm not mistaken, we still have 40% women parliamentarians. In South Africa, it's 45%. When do you think we can reach that?
18th Lok Sabha is the last Lok Sabha to have this level of representation. The 19th Lok Sabha is going to see 33% reservation because of the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam brought in by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and the NDA government.
That's a very big announcement there,
Of course.
Basri.
But it's something which is there in the pipelines because आप देख लीजिए अभी जनगणना होने वाली है. Population census is going to happen. उसके बाद delimitation या परिसीमन होगा. And उसके बाद स्वाभाविक है कि ये अधिनियम जो है वो लागू होगा.
That's interesting. Shambhani, in your social media bio, you present yourself as the Gen Z member of parliament. And I found that very fascinating. Because even I'm trying to find out what does Gen Z need? What are their, aspirations? So as a Gen Z member of parliament, what are some of their views? What are their political concerns, their political aspirations? And what is the change that they are looking for in politics today?
I think all Gen Zs just want equal opportunities, regardless of the caste, the gender, the class they come from. They want social justice. They want equal strength to, they want equal strength from the society to believe in their dreams. And, I think Gen Z is a term that describes people who have new ideas, new hopes, and new energy. And they want to channelize that energy in making this world a better, more peaceful, a better space for everybody. And this is your physical strength, your emotional strength, your mental strength. And I think all Gen Z people deserve equal rights in whatever sphere they choose.
But they're very strongly opinionated as well, this generation. So it does.
I don't think there should be a problem with having strong opinions. I mean, when is strong opinion a problem?
Never. And when you have an MP like her, bring it on. Basri, I have to ask you this political question. Just very recently, Mr. Rahul Gandhi was in the US and he did quote a lot of controversy with a couple of statements. I'm going to quote him here. He said that the BJP and the RSS believe that women should be restricted to a particular role. They should stay at home. They should cook the food. They should not talk too much. As a woman BJP leader, subscribing to the RSS ideology, and today we are celebrating Shri Shakti, today we are celebrating women, today we are celebrating each one of us. How do you respond to a statement like this?
This is what happens when your research team is so weak that you end up propagating false propaganda. And I must call Mr. Rahul Gandhi out for this particular aspect. There are two aspects to it. First, जहां तक RSS और भाजपा का सवाल है, I stand tall on the shoulders of the women who came before me and who broke the proverbial glass ceiling. People like Smriti Irani ji, people like Nirmala Sitaraman ji, people like Sushma Swaraj ji, people like Vijaya Radhe Scindia ji, who actually came and paved the path for us. Then nothing can be further away from the truth. You know that Prime Minister Modi was the first Prime Minister of the country to have not one but two women as part of the CCS. Both Nirmala Sitaraman ji as well as Sushma Swaraj ji. Second, largest number of women ministers in the cabinet are under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. मैं खुद बहुत स्वाभिमान से कहती हूं और बहुत गर्व से कहती हूं कि मैं एक संघी हूं. संघ के संस्कार मेरी रगों में दौड़ते हैं. मैं भाजपाई हूं. लेकिन क्या आपको लगता है कि संघ रिग्रेसिव है? अगर वो होता तो मैं यहां कैसे बैठती?
तो क्या गलतफहमी है?
गलतफहमी नहीं है.
कांग्रेस को क्या गलतफहमी?